We're here at the House of Blues, getting ready for the Queensryche show, and it's the 30th anniversary tour. So, first of all, congratulations about that too. That's amazing. And I'm here with Geoff Tate. So, thank you for taking the time. Really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
I'm impressed. First of all, I mean, you guys have been around for 30 years. The fact that the core four musicians have been with the band from day one. And I did actually an interview a week or two ago with Anthrax, they're on their 30th anniversary as well. However, they've had all sorts of band member changes and different, things. What has been the key to your success and your longevity as a band?
I have no idea. Luck.
Yeah. Right.
Tenacity. I don't know, really.
Yeah.
We like what we do, and maybe that translates somehow to people, Maybe because we just don't stop.
Right.
Maybe that has something to do with it too. I don't know.
When you're on stage, I mean, what Queensryche song really, gets the best fan response, and what you feel the most energy from when you perform it on stage? Is there one song in particular?
No, it's different every night.
Yeah.
It's different, city to city. It's different song to song. Yeah. There's no one thing, which is kind of interesting because I'm kind of a armchair sociologist, and anthropologist, and I study human behavior quite keenly, and I haven't been able to put my finger on that button at all.
Because usually you do hear bands say, "Oh, it's between this song and this song," but the fact that it's not, that in itself, I think, says a lot.
Well, I think it's really up to the performer to get that song across to people, because you can play a song so many different ways, and it can be taken so many different ways as well, because people hear music differently, they experience it differently because they run it through their own life filters.
Right.
And a certain song may not affect somebody in a way. They might hear it 6 months later after they've experienced something that was similar in that song, and now they hear it where before they couldn't. So it's really a personal journey, not just for the musician, but for the audience as well, And every night I go on stage, I think about that, and I think about selling that song to those people, in the audience, and getting it across the best way I know how, and putting as much passion into it as I did when I sang it for the first time and wrote it.
Have you done some acting on TV or film that I've
I did
missed?
a film last year.
Oh, which one was that?
It's called the Burningmoore Incident.
Okay.
It hasn't come out yet. I believe it's going to be coming out this winter sometime.
How would you describe the music on Dedicated to Chaos, to someone who hasn't heard it?
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't, yeah.
I just hand them the record.
Right. Kind of going back to the whole personal experience
Yeah.
and really living it for themselves. And,
Yeah. I think that's the best way to experience music. I think the toughest job in the world would be to be a music journalist and to try to explain what a band was about or what their music was about. It's almost impossible. I mean, you really need to experience it yourself and hear it for your own.
This time last year, you guys were in Iraq, I guess, performing for the troops, and it's the thing that I read said that there was a bomb attack or some kind of attack on the base. I mean, what was that whole experience like for you all? I mean, it
was very scary. We had gone over as guests of the military to perform for the troops, and we spent 2 weeks in Iraq and Kuwait, and went to a number of different bases around the country. And everywhere we went, you wouldn't know there was a war going on. I mean, it was very calm and orderly and, business as usual kind of thing, except for this one place we went to. And when we flew in, we were under attack at that time. And so we taxied up the airstrip, and we unloaded out the back and went immediately into these underground bunkers where we remained for 2.5 hours while they cleared the area, whatever that means. But it was pretty frightening because I was in the cockpit area. It was my turn to sit in the cockpit, and I could see out the windows. I could see flashes of bombs going
and you're
off.
going that,
and we're going right
into
it.
You're going, oh no.
And they let you talk on the microphone, and I'm asking the co-pilot, "Is it cool? Are we going to be okay?" "Oh, don't worry about it. This happens all the time." Yeah, it was pretty unnerving, and the whole base was on really up in arms and uptight, and everybody was really, I guess at emergency stations with what they have, when they're under attack, because the whole place just felt tense, And so we did the show. It's kind of interesting doing shows there because you can't use lights.
Oh, wow.
So you're pretty much in the dark, except for the soldiers have flashlights, and they hold them, so you can kind of see your strings if you're playing, or whatever. Because if they have lights, of course, then you're a target.
Right.
So a pretty interesting experience. And then the next morning, I woke up early, about 5 o'clock in the morning. And the sun's already up and bright there. And I walked outside the barracks, and I'm standing there in my boxer shorts, eating a cup of yogurt, watching the sun come up, and kaboom! This bomb goes off about 100 yards from where I'm standing. And if there hadn't been a building between me and the bomb, I wouldn't be talking to you. It was that close.
Oh, my goodness.
And, man, it shook the ground. It was like an earthquake.
So I'm sure you're very thankful to be where you are today. I'm sure the troops are beyond grateful and appreciative.
They are.
Of what
They
you all
really,
did.
they really, really appreciate entertainment. You ever seen that movie Groundhog Day?
Oh, yeah.
With Bill Murray.
Mm-hmm.
Is Bill Murray?
Yeah,
in that?
yeah, that's it.
Where he wakes up to the alarm clock and it's the same day, over and over again. Almost all the soldiers I met over there said that that's the way their life is. It's a 1.5-year tour where it's just the same thing every day. And so when they have bands or entertainment come, it's a big deal, and they always go out of their way to thank you and say how much it means to them. Even if they've never heard of the band, everybody comes,
Right.
To watch and to listen to the music.
Oh, man. This is kind of a fun question. What band or artist would people be surprised to see in your collection?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Let's look at my iPod. Let's see what you think. This is the M section. Anybody you know?
Madonna, but that's classic. You got Miles Davis. You've got a good mix. Neil Young, Moody Blues, Pink Floyd, Peter Murphy, Porcupine Nice, Portishead, Firenze.
That's a
You've
Queensryche.
got yeah, of course, yeah. Got to have Queensryche, Rod Stewart, Sade. There's several that kind of surprised me a little bit, but then
Like who?
I guess Madonna, but then again, that's this is so neat. You've got jazz in there, yes.
Okay, what about this? Let's go to, do we start at M? Yeah, we start at M.
Katy Perry. Okay, all right. So that's
I love Katy Perry.
I think maybe she's the winner at this point.
She's a hell of a singer, that girl.
Mm-hmm.
Really great voice. I've seen her live, too, and she can definitely do it.
Oh. Gotta have Sinatra, that's awesome. This is so neat. I like the mix of Diana Krall. You've got Depeche Mode, everything from that to to classic rock to metal to pop.
Yeah.
And then looks like some world things because I'm not quite sure, like
Have
Cafe Del Mar.
Have a lot of world music and
old jazz and
a lot of old jazz.
Yeah.
In fact, most of my albums are jazz albums.
Mm-hmm. But it's
there you
technical
go.
type stuff. That's awesome. Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing that. I appreciate that. Tell me about your vintage wine. I guess is it Insania? Is that so? How long have you been doing that?
Officially 6 years.
Oh, wow.
And we're just getting ready to release our 4th vintage in April.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do a red and a white, and they're Bordeaux-style blends using the classic French varietals of Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, Petit Verdot, and Malbec in the red. And the white is Sauvignon Blanc and Semillon. It's a blend as well.
Oh, wow.
And I'm really into it.
Mm-hmm.
I got into wine early as a young kid, actually. I was a scout, and you could earn a merit badge if you made wine.
Really?
So I made some wine at 14.
Aren't you doing something, I think, in December, like some kind of...
Yeah. Or where my wine is grown and made and bottled is a place called Walla Walla, which is kind of, well, Washington State is the second largest wine producer in the country, behind California.
Oh, wow.
And we've got several areas that are pretty famous for wine now, and Walla Walla is one of them. And we have a big weekend, first week of December each year, where they call it Holiday Barrel Tasting, where all the different wineries, and there's about 110 wineries now in Walla Walla, where everybody opens up their doors and they have people come in and you can sample right out of the barrel for the spring release and check and see how it's all coming together and kind of get a jump on your orders and order cases or bottles or whatever you want to order, you know. And all the wineries are done up for the holidays, and there's food and wine and entertainment, and it's really fun.
Yeah.
Really fun.
Oh, nice. And then is there a website in particular that people can go to purchase the wine?
For my wine? Yeah, they can go to my website, geofftate.com.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Good. I like to help people out and get the word out as much as I can. So, great. Well, then, what's next for you all? Like after, I know you got the
Rest.
cruise. Well, you have a cruise coming up too. You guys are going to Cozumel, I guess, in a few days.
Yeah, well, day after tomorrow, yeah. Yeah, this is we have tonight's show, and we have 2 shows on the boat, and then 1 in Clearwater, and then we're done.
Nice.
This is the very end of the tour.
And then after that, what's your plan after the holidays are all over?
No plan.
Oh, that's all right.
After Walla Walla Wine Weekend, no plans. Gonna take it easy. I think everybody's just really. It's been a really, really good tour. It's long. We started in April, and so everybody's ready to stop now. You know,
Yeah, I hear.
recharge the batteries and
That's,
get on with the next project, whatever that's going to be. We don't quite know yet.
that's good. And then lastly, what message do you have for the Queensryche fans?
Let's say thanks for listening to Queensryche.
Oh, perfect. Well, thank you for watching, and we'll see you out there.